Welcome into the Los Angeles Lakers Report by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green, and we have a loaded show today on the latest Lakers news and rumors. We're going to talk about Patrick Beverley's role as he was recently traded to the LA Lakers. We also have some updates on Russell Westbrook and what his future might be with the purple and gold. Also, the Lakers, they hosted a lot of veteran workouts. We'll touch on that. And could Bronny James be going to the Los Angeles Lakers as the collective bargaining agreement in the NBA is set to change, and that might impact how college basketball goes going forward. But first, subscribe to the Lakers Report. We're putting out videos every single day on the latest Lakers news and rumors. Me, our producer, Jeffrey Cooperstein. We're going to do our best to get you guys videos and keep you up to date on everything under the sun when it comes to the Lakers. So if you're looking for a one-stop shop that does nothing but to post Lakers content, hit that big red button. We're trying to get to 50,000 subs. We're a little over 1,000 away. Let's get there as soon as possible, and let's ride. Let's get to what Mark Stein had to say recently, talking about Russell Westbrook. Some good information in here. He does a good job on his Substack. He went on to say, with Russell Westbrook poised to remain a Laker when new head coach Darvin Ham opens his first training camp as LA's new coach, sources say Beverley is regarded internally by the club as a 3-and-D wing and not as a point guard at this stage of his career. The Lakers, in other words, see Westbrook and Schroder as their potential point guards as of September 18th. And the likes of Beverley, Kendrick Nunn, Austin Reaves, and Lonnie Walker as 2s and 3s. This makes a lot of sense in multiple ways. I know a lot of people, when the Lakers traded for Beverley, they're like, does this mean Westbrook's gone? Does this mean Westbrook's going to come off the bench? We have a point guard that can shoot threes and play defense now in Beverley. But I always thought all along that Beverley was going to be more that wing guy, a perimeter player, not a ball handler. Because as we all know, he may not be the point guard, but LeBron James is going to run the show for the Lakers. And Beverley's going to be that hound dog on the perimeter on defense and be a catch-and-shoot guy. And honestly, that's what the Lakers needed. They need more perimeter defense, and they needed more three-point shooting. And that's what Beverley is going to bring at the wing spot. It allows Beverley to play with Russ and Dennis Schroder at the same time. And that's going to be an interesting lineup with a lot of speed, a lot of ball handlers, some guys that can get to the cup, shoot some threes, and play some defense. And he also guards opposing teams' best players that can play the 1, the 2, and the 3. He's a very multifunctional defensive player, as I like to call him. He can guard the small guys because he's quick and strong, and he's also strong enough to guard some wing players. He's not going to guard your 6'7", 6'8" wings, but if you got a smaller 2 or a smaller 3, Beverley's the type of guy that could be that pest that bothers someone and gets that player off of the best of their game. Also, it adds depth to a wing spot that, quite frankly, on the Lakers team right now is not all that deep. I mean, when you look at this starting five, you got Westbrook, Beverley, Austin Reaves, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. This is the starting five that I would go with. I know Anthony Davis is a guy that has been on record saying he doesn't really enjoy playing the center spot, but with the way the game continues to change, the positionless basketball, more space, more pace, and more open opportunities on offense, I think Anthony Davis is the perfect type of center to have next to LeBron James. Plus, Patrick Beverley, he's going to have to play heavy minutes as the primary defender on the court. Because we just showed you, I mean, outside of LeBron James, when he really wants to buckle down in the fourth quarter of playoff games, because he ain't doing it all 82 games anymore. He just doesn't have that in him, and I don't think he really has the drive in him to be an all-NBA defender anymore. Beverley is pretty much the best perimeter defender on this team, and he's going to draw that assignment night in and night out. In a Western Conference that's loaded with scores from the number 1 seed to the number 15 seed, Beverley is going to have a whole bunch of stuff to deal with every night on the defensive side of the court. I like the addition overall, and I know a lot of people are saying, he made the quote that he's the guy or LeBron and Anthony Davis are the guys that get to play with Beverley. At the end of the day, they're a team, and I like the move by the LA Lakers. It fits what they needed, defense and shooting. At the end of the day, that's what wins in the NBA now, and you got that both in Patrick Beverley. I'll ask you this question, though. Because last time we did a video on Westbrook and Beverley, a lot of you guys said you wanted Beverley to be the starter. And I don't knock you for that. I actually kind of commend you a little bit. Let me know what you think. Who should be the starting point guard? Type PB for Pat Bev, RW for Russell Westbrook, or if you think Schroder should be the starting point guard, type DS in the comment section. Could Russell Westbrook be staying in LA for the entire 2022 season? That's what The Athletic wrote about today. They said it's unlikely Russ's move before the start of the upcoming season. And we've kind of said that on the show because if there was a trade out there that Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss deemed as a valuable trade, they would have already made that trade. The thing is, it's not on the table, and I don't think it's going to present itself very soon whatsoever. The Athletic went on to say in their piece that with training camp roughly a week away and the team recently conducting players-only workouts at its El Segundo practice facility, the prospect of Westbrook being a part of the Lakers program again is becoming more real by the day. And yes, sources say that's still the case after the Friday news from Shams Charania that the veteran point guard Dennis Schroder is returning to the Lakers this season. Yet, while the Lakers have been hopeful the Westbrook experiment might be a success this time, sources with knowledge of the situation told The Athletic that the prospect of Westbrook coming off the bench is being strongly considered. I think what you have to ask yourself is, will Russ accept a role coming off the bench? A guy that's a multi-time MVP of the whole entire league. One of the only players in NBA history to post multiple seasons of averaging triple-doubles. Does that type of guy, I don't want to say Russ has an ego, but he knows who he is, and I think he has a lot of self-pride. Can he take the back seat and come off the bench? And honestly, is that the best case scenario for the Los Angeles Lakers? These are all things Darvin Ham is going to have to juggle going into this season. That's honestly win or bust for the Lake Show. The Athletic went on to say, assuming Westbrook isn't traded anytime soon, and there are strong indications that he won't be, a final determination will be most dependent on how training camp and preseason take shape. The Lakers are expected to have several other battles for starting roles, including Lonnie Walker versus Austin Reaves at the shooting guard spot and Thomas Bryant versus Damian Jones at center. Only LeBron James and Anthony Davis will enter camp with a starting role intact. And good on the Lakers for giving Darvin Ham say in who plays and who doesn't, regardless of his status of being a first-time NBA head coach. I like that mindset. Go out and earn your keep if you're Russell Westbrook, or if you're Patrick Beverley, or if you're Austin Reaves or Lonnie Walker. Go out and earn it. Nothing in this world should be handed to you. And especially after the disappointing season that the Lakers had last year, nobody should walk into camp with a guaranteed starting role or minutes role unless you're LeBron James and AD. Everything should be earned and not given, and I like the precedent that Darvin Ham is setting as we inch closer and closer to the season. I also want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Fanatics, because they're hooking up all the Lakers Report real ones out there with Lakers t-shirts that are as low as $10. All you got to do is go to chatsports.com/Lakers t-shirt. That's chatsports.com/Lakers t-shirt. The first one was sick. You can get this gray one. That's a Nike piece for $10. You can't beat it. Or if you're a guy that likes to rock long sleeve shirts, this one's pretty damn cool too. Rocking the NBA Championship bubble t-shirt. Go to chatsports.com/Lakers t-shirt. I'll put that link in the comments and description of today's show. We touched on it off the top of the video. The Lakers held some veteran workouts recently, and they hosted a slew of guys for workouts trying to fill out the back end of this roster as we get closer and closer to training camp, where you're going to have 20 active players on the roster. Once you get to game one, you got to get to 15 players, and then you're going to have 2 guys on 2-way contracts. The guys that the Lakers worked out were Sharif Cooper, as well as Michael Mulder, Jeremy Lamb, Armani Brooks, Dwayne Bacon, Mai Ani, and Shabazz Muhammad. When's the last time you heard that name? High school legend Shabazz Muhammad. Look, at this point, none of these guys really move the needle. What's the date here? September 19th? You're really not going to find too many players available at this point that's going to help you become a better team. But could you hit on a guy in the diamond in the rough that you think has potential and you can put him into this organization and hope LeBron James brings the absolute best out of him. I don't hate the workouts. I don't love it. I think it's just natural practice at this point for every team in the association. But the big chunk of today's show, who does move the needle? Is it Bronny James? Because look, with the collective bargaining agreement that the NBA and the NBA PA, the Players Association, that they are expected to agree upon, changes the draft eligibility age from 19 years old to 18 years old. What does that mean in English? High school hoopers are now going to be allowed to go straight from high school to the NBA. You don't got to go to college anymore. And how does this affect the Lakers? Because remember all the rumors that came out that LeBron James wants to play with Bronny James? Well, Bronny James is a senior in high school, which means he could be in the NBA next season. And LeBron said, wherever Bronny gets drafted, that's where I'm going to play my last season in the NBA. Not saying it's next season, but we know LeBron wants to play with Bronny James, and could he be the guy that the Lakers go and look to add in the NBA draft this coming year? It'd be a wild, wild story to have two players rocking the purple and gold with the name James on the back. That would be pretty damn cool. I'll ask you, though, will Bronny be a Laker while LeBron is still playing? Will we get to see the father-son duo at the Crypto Center Arena? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I'm sure the comment section is going to be a blast after this video. I also want to give a credit and shout out to the real ones. You guys have been showing up and showing out. Shout out to Coop. He helped me get a Dennis Schroder video out for you at the house the other day. The coverage does not stop, whether we're at home, whether we're at the studio, no matter where we are. When news and rumors come out, we're going to get you guys a video. So if you're a real one, what's a real one? You like videos, you subscribe, you comment, you share videos, and you bleed purple and gold. Type real one in the comments right now.